See if this is working. All right, cool. We're live, Miss Bella. Say we're live, baby girl. So here we are. Let's get a few minutes. People come in, baby girl. All right. Hey, what's going on there, Wazir? Thank you, buddy. Happy New Year's. Hey, Bezos, D, thank you all for joining. All right, I got the chat here on my phone, so I'll keep up with that. And for the first couple of minutes, I wanted to have Bella here with us. Hit me with something good. Happy New Year. Crazy to think we in 2022. Sloan, Happy New Year. Yes, everyone, Happy New Year. Absolutely. Metabots Unite. Hey, that reminds me of what is it? The Metabot, the Megabots. I love that show. With the robots where they attack each other and battle bots. We got a kitty, Miss Bella. Say hi to everyone, Miss Bella. Say hi. Say I'm still nice and healthy. Bella girl. Say hi to everyone. The Bella cat. So I just wanted to bring her out here for the beginning of the stream with everybody. All right. Hey, Jay Bridge. Happy New Year, my man. All right. It looks like we got a decent amount of people here joining so far. So I will let Bella go on her way. And we'll just get in to start talking. You guys can put in some questions. And we're going to go over some stuff that I found here recently. So everyone say bye to Miss Bella. Say bye, Bella. Say bye. Say bye, baby. Okay. Let you go run now. All right. We're back. Happy New Year, Brent, man. Thank you for joining. Yeah, imagine one day we wake up and Meta is $60, we'd be instant millionaires. Yeah, literally the future Meta millionaires. So, all right. Yes, everyone smash the like button. I hope everyone was safe on their New Year's. And, all right, so let's get into some stuff here. I guess the first thing I want to go over is, all right. I guess first, while we got everyone here, let's just go over some of the Fintel information. I got this here readjusted. There we go. Boom. Nope. All right. There we go. Everything looks good. All right. So let's go over some of the Fintel information, see what we got. Here we can see Gail says, is 21st still the projected day for the info on the divvy? Well, here's what we do know, Gil. The 21st is the expiration date of the options contracts at MMAT1 options. And I am still holding that in my Fidelity portfolio, so we'll see what happens. If anything drastically change, I can do an update on those options, so we'll see what happens. All right, so here we see ownership accumulation score 31.67. Looks like, oh, we do have it updated here. So let's go into the buyers and sellers. Crypto is better in stocks. Well, that's kind of, I can see your point on that, but crypto can be just as bad. I'm currently down on my Shiba Inu position. I keep averaging down in Shiba Inu. So it depends on exactly when you buy, in a sense. I think I'm down like 30% on Shiba Inu right now. So just trust me, Shiba Inu, in a sense, and Dogecoin, you're down on as well. So it just depends exactly when you buy in on. Happy New Year's to you and all the Meta family. Yes, Happy New Year's. All right. Let me get that off there. For some reason, that's not one to update. There we go. All right. So we have from the 29th, we already covered, I think, the 29th and 28th. So is that a new seller we have here? Yes, it is. It's this Energy Momentum ETF actually sold a little bit. And I think we did cover this actually. Yes, we did cover this the other day on the channel. I got more shares than some of those ETFs. Yeah, I think we all kind of do. Give us some good news. Happy New Year. All right. So let's go up to here and let's go under the short interest. Let's see what we're hanging at, what everything updated after the New Year's. Short squeeze score 78.58, ranked 287 now out of 5,400 stocks. There is 450,000 shares. Short bar fees of 1.54. The Fender short volume ratio is a 37.56, and that was yesterday. And we go down to the short volume ratio aggregate between all these exchanges. You can see is a 44.56. Any thoughts on the valuation due to low due to previous sales in the region, low recovery rate? Well, look, Mmat is a growth stock, so you're kind of paying on future growth. It's kind of like a lot of those stocks that, growth stocks are valued different. You can't base it off sales. You're basing it off future sales and predicted sales. So that's kind of what you're basing it on there. Any word on options chains being moved up? Not that I'm familiar with. I can say not that I'm pretty aware of. And here's something I wanted to show you guys. Well, I still used to do this in the videos where I did the short transactions. I would copy and paste all these into a spreadsheet. But really, it's not that much anymore like it used to be over here. So I don't know like if they're going through somewhere different and it's not showing up here in these short sell transactions. But I used to be able to do these, and these things would freaking like go crazy. Like I would scroll and scroll and scroll and never get to the end of it. All right. So our buddy Dave here, DJ under H2O, actually did this post, and I did retweet it on my Twitter. And it's this article here. You can click on this. It'll take you to this article right here. So make sure you go follow DJ under H2O on Twitter, or you can go to my Twitter account. It's retweeted on there as well. It's a really great article. Here you can see Metamaterials Technologies, market to witness huge growth by 2028. Metamaterial Technologies. Now, I know we don't want to say, oh my God, 2028. But if you're buying this as a retirement stock in a sense, I mean, this is what you want to see. Here you can see top key vendors of this market are Metamaterials and the medical wireless sensing, the MetaWise. So pretty nice find there by our buddy DJ, I want to say. So let's see. What's your guess? Hey, what's going on, Pawn? Welcome, man. Appreciate it, brother. What's your guess on the dividend? Man, the divvy. I did find something. I was scrolling through, like I said, if you're following me on Twitter, at TerryZ247, man, I can't even speak. Yes, I did see Smokey said that was there. So I think that's why those aren't showing as much as it was. But I was just kind of, I don't know, got back from a little get together last night from New Year's. We had a good time. And I was just scrolling back through Torchlight's Twitter page, and I found this old article here, and I wanted to go in here and kind of go over this. Here it says, company pivots from oil and gas to clean tech. Nice job on the interview by Torch CEO John Berta. So if we click on this article here, and this is article, it is back from March the 16th. So it is a pretty older article, but I was trying to, here it says, Torchlight, energy, divesting gas and merger, Metamaterials produce wide spectrum. I got to figure out now. Metamaterials is a film received an award for the Clean Tech 100. Torchlight CEO John Berta said Streetwise reports the film closing the second quarter. Okay, here is the one part of this article I did kind of want to go over. Now, keep in mind, guys, this article was back in March, so 7-8 months ago, actually. Here it says, Berta expects the merger to close in the second quarter, which it did. I think it was around June when the merger closed with Mmat and Torch. At closing, Torchlight's oil and gas assets will be in a preferred dividend that will go to shareholders on record of the date of the close. Once those assets are segregated, we will either sell them or spin them out in their own asset company, Berta explained. Here it says, Torchlight shareholders who got into this field because of oil and gas, they're going to get the benefit of that spin out either through the sale of the asset, which still benefits 100% from that, or we split it out into another publicly traded company, and their shares and the shareholders will be in that as well, Berta noted. Torchlight shareholders will also get 25% of MetaMaterials continuing company, and the name and the ticker symbol would change to MMAT. Here we could say Torchlight shareholders will get 2 bites of the apple, Berta said. So these couple paragraphs are pretty interesting here on this article. Like I said, if you wanted to go through and check out this whole thing, you can go check it out. Let's catch up on some of the comments here. Potentially intellectual property, said that Jonathan says here, potentially intellectual property, nanotech purchase all the factors when valuation. That is true. A very good point. Nanotech's going to bring a lot of revenue to MetaMaterials. Let's put it that way. Muddock, Happy New Year. Crawfish, Happy New Year, my man. Thank you all for joining. All right. So, like I said, this is a pretty interesting article. So, for people that says that maybe they wasn't aware that a spin out was possibly an option, I have seen a lot of negative comments. They could be just shills and whatever else, just these fake accounts. But this article here confirms that even back in March, that it says it plain and clear that it's either going to be a sale or a spin out, one of the two. And that's kind of what it says in the newer update from the MetaMaterials article that we got as well. Rumor that MMTLP will not be traded in 2022. That is true. So I guess we'll find out Monday morning. I'm assuming the stock market opens back up Monday morning. I do have Monday off work. I don't go back to work till Tuesday. So if anything crazy happens, I'll be able to go. I'll be able to go live actually. Here we go. Guesstimates win and value of the divvy. Barry says, man, it's tough. Well, here's what I want to do. I'm going to pick up, no thanks. I want to pull up the WTI crude oil. Crude oil stock. I wonder if I can get an actual chart on it. Hey, David, thank you for the business as usual on Monday. Yes, all right. Here we go. Oh my God, these pop-ups are just brutal. All right, let's see. I don't want the one-day chart. I want to go back like, let me just do a whole 1 year chart. All right. So let's see. Is this the crude oil WTI? I don't think it is. Hey, Jay Bridge, thank you a lot, my man. We appreciate it, brother. That goes a long way. Absolutely. I'd like to see the dividend announced on the 19th or 20th. Calls the partnership in the morning of the 21st. Create a crazy squeeze in those torch options. Leave them 1 day to find. That is a good point as well. That is a very good point. Dividends $4.20.69. Each paid first thing Monday morning. Happy New Year. And then poof, all is forgiven. Yeah, if we get that kind of divvy, let's just say that'll be very exciting. WTI crude oil price. I want to know them there. Yes, I agree, Tim. I think it's kind of going to be, 50. Here's a good chart. There we go. Now let's change this to the, I didn't let you go that far back. Oh, here we go. 1 year. Perfect. All right. So we can see here on this chart from the oil prices how they've kind of came here as of late. The WTI crude. And this is back in like March 18th. It was still at the, like, even if you go to the low and high, $63 to $64. It did go down to $55. And then even here in May, it was $60, $65, $62. Up here, it spiked to like 84 at the open and high. Dropped the whole way down here. You can see in the 60s. And back up to 76 here. It says 99, but we ended at 75.45. So when George did that original like interview where he talked about that spinoff, or he talked about the dividend, he's going to be excited for the shareholders. I think, man, the divvy has to be even better now in today's situation than what it was back then, because the price of oil is higher. As we've seen with roller pigeon break down everything, I don't see how the divvy can't be any better nowadays than what it is. I mean, we've covered a lot of different oil situations on the channel here, where it actually, like, I think it was, I want to say there was a situation, ConocoPhillips it might have been. I found an article on, it might have been ConocoPhillips. I'm going to find that actually. Oil, ConocoPhillips. I want to go to their website. And they have, I think it was news releases. Yes, I think. Okay, so here's the couple of news releases that I was going over here, and we're going to go over these two actually real quick. So we got these two releases. Look at this. ConocoPhillips announces completion of all-cash Permian Basin asset. This was published here on December the 1st. Let's go into this article, and let's kind of break down what happened here. So here you can see this. ConocoPhillips today announced it has completed acquisition of Shell Enterprises in the Delaware Basin for $9.5 billion in cash. David, thank you so much, my man. I appreciate it, brother. Goes a long way and helps out the channel. After customary closing adjustments, cash paid for the acquisition approximately $8.6 billion with an effective date of July 1st. So keep that in mind. Just for this here, this got published December 1st, but it had an effective date of the sale July 1st. So you got August, September, October, November. 5 months, guys, it took. So from July 1st through December 1st, 5 months for this to become official. So keep that in mind. I'm thinking too, I'm going here with Barry, that I think there's going to be some cash along with a spinoff. I think it's going to be a little bit of each. And I don't have a problem with that. I honestly don't. I kind of like that. Here it says the asset includes 225,000 net acres producing properties located entirely in Texas, as well as 600 miles operated accrued gas, water pipelines, and infrastructure. Estimated 2022 production of these assets is expected to be approximately 200, roughly half of which operated. All right, so that's that there. All right, that's that article. Now we want to go back and check this one here. This is the one that's exciting. ConocoPhillips announces preliminary 2022 capital expenditures budget, initiates a 3-tier returns capital program, and declares quarterly variable cash distribution. So here's a similar situation where a big oil company like ConocoPhillips bought this area in the Permian Basin. Now, not necessarily our area, but here we go. If we get down here and look, today announced several updates, highlights the company's differentiated value proposition. The announcement follows recent closing of the company's acquisition of the Shell's Permian Basin on December 1st for net cash at $8.6 billion. Today's announcement reflects the addition of Shell's Permian Basin properties, including previously announced expected 2022 capital expenditures associated with transactions. Highlights include, here's some of the bullet points. Planned company-wide 2022 capital expenditures, $7.2 billion. The planned capital includes $0.2 billion scope 1 and 2 emissions. I don't think that they're expected 2022 annual average, representing the low single-digit percentage underlying growth. All right, here we go. Expected 2022 return of capital to shareholders of $7 billion, representing a 16% increase versus 2021. The company initiated, here's the one we really want to go over and read this word for word. Expected 2022 return of capital to shareholders of $7 billion, representing a 16% increase versus 2021. The company is initiating a 3-tiered capital return program that will consist of a compelling ordinary dividend tier, a share repurchase tier, and a newly authorized quarterly variable return of cash tier. The first VROC is 20 cents per share and will be paid on January 14th, 2022 to the shareholders of record of January 3rd. And trying to find if they have any more updates here on the second part of the dividend. I really wanted to get into that third part of the dividend and seeing if they have anything here on it, guys. All right. Chris is settled for 69. Yeah, we all settled for that price, trust me. All right, I think here we go. All right, so here's the section on the 3-tiered returns of capital framework. Capital program, 3 tiers of framework, continued developing through the shares. They're returning greater than 30% of the CFO during the period's commodity prices, meaning the company's planning price range. The VROC determined approved dividends renewed. The factors determining. All right, so I think that is it. It doesn't say anything about this other part of the dividend on here. But yeah, these are pretty good articles here. I do have something on my Twitter, actually, that I wanted you guys to, if you didn't see it, I know I reposted it here. I originally posted this article segment, but it didn't get the whole interview. But I found the gentleman's Twitter account, and he shared the whole article that he had on Fox. So I'm going to put up the volume and where he talks about oil. We're going to watch this whole thing together. It's the full clip.
$4 a gallon by this summer. Let's get some reaction from drilling companies. We're also watching oil prices because they are down today after posting the longest streak of gains since February. Take a look there, 75.52 for WTI. This as analysts expect gas to hit a national average of $4 a gallon by this summer. Let's get some reaction from drilling company Canary LLC CEO Dan Eberhart. Dan, great to see you. Oil is one of my passion topics. You know, I've been following it for a long time. Bottom line is consumers are paying 60% more for gas. The pain at the pump is crippling some families, you know, and the forecast is that it's only going to go higher from here.
Yeah, so it's the best year for oil and gas, or oil, since 2016. But I think it's headed higher. Look, one thing that's been overlooked, I think, is that we discovered 4.7 billion barrels of oil equivalent this year. That's the lowest in 75 years. In 2020, we discovered 12.5 million barrels or billion barrels of oil equivalent. I think that, combined with the inflation, the rising economy, and just a general lack of oil company expenditures in the last few years, is, I think, a perfect brew for oil to head higher, especially as the economy heats up or continues to be hot.
Dan, you make a great point. Production is down in the United States. Exploration is down in the United States. Why?
Yeah. Well, because the companies pulled in their horns. The investors wanted to see capital discipline from oil companies, especially in the wake of the COVID crisis and everything else, and it hasn't come back. Getting financing for oil and gas companies is becoming a bit more difficult. And just generally, people are wanting, or the oil companies are wanting to try to be disciplined and not, the shale revolution is a little bit over, and they just want to kind of drill and be efficient, not just chase proven reserves in the ground. But I think that's a recipe for higher oil prices as we move forward, because, contrary to kind of a lot of the Green New Deal and the renewable craze, the demand for oil is increasing quite rapidly. And we as an industry just aren't prepared. So look for demand to outstrip supply.
Right there, you heard it, guys. We got a little bit more to cover, but Right there, he said it. Oil is becoming more and more in demand. The prices are going to go up. Gas is going to go up. Oil is going to go up. This is the CEO of the Canary Oil. This is a gentleman in the industry talking about oil, how it's going to go up. We have also talked about in this channel how a lot of the big banks have predicted oil to go, I believe, to $100, $125 a barrel. That's a huge increase from where we're at now. We're talking like a 50% increase from the $75 where oil is at right now. So if oil goes to $100, it goes to $125. I mean, what's that say? It's just going to make the dividend even more valuable, I think, as companies look at that and they see this here. I believe it might have been this interview, or it was another interview I did watch earlier. Everyone's talking about the clean energy and stuff, but here's the thing: it's going to take years to get the whole economy on that. Oil is still going to be very relevant for the next 10 plus years, guys. So oil is in demand right now. As the economy is going back, people need oil. As you can see, the gas prices are going to probably hit close to $4. So let's get back and watch a little bit more of this interview here. It's only a 3-minute clip, but I think it's a pretty good clip we can get on here.
In 2022 and beyond, I think.
I think you make a really good point, and I think that's where this country particularly was caught off guard when we saw, return to work and trying to get the country back in business. That demand came back, and we just didn't have the same kind of supply that we did. But I do just want to, broaden out the conversation about the green energy policies, because I think that that's a key component to why oil companies aren't investing in the future, because they understand that there may potentially be many more regulations and a lot more stress put on them if they do. That's not to say they're going to roll over and start doing alternative energies, but financially it doesn't make sense as a sound investment.
Yeah, the long-term future looks cloudy, and I think a lot of these really big developments are 20 or 30-year projects that require huge upfront costs, so people are more reluctant to commit that. Also, the cost of capital and the cost of debt financing is getting a touch more difficult for oil companies, in the short and medium term as well. And I think that's weighing on executives' mind as well when they're looking at their capital expenditure budget. So all of that. And then I would also say that OPEC is also having trouble producing. OPEC is supposed to add 400,000 barrels of oil equivalent a day a month to put back the supply that they took out from COVID. And a lot of these countries are having trouble putting that supply back in the market, and that's also inching up prices higher.
Something to think about for sure. I mean, we had a swing factor of about 2 million barrels a day. So many people say we shouldn't be relying on OPEC and their 400,000 or whatever amount of barrels it is that they were adding. We were making up the shortfall ourselves. Great conversation, Dan. We'll be watching oil prices. So will all Americans across the country. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, so there is the interview that Dan, like I said, he is the CEO of Canary. So we can actually go to his Twitter account. All right, here we go. Let's go to Dan. So here he is, the Canary CEO, guys, of the oil. So this gentleman, like I said, he knows his stuff about oil. My man here knows what's going to happen with oil. He knows where the direction is. Like I said, all this, we love the clean energy, but let's be real. It's not, clean energy isn't going to happen overnight. Clean energy is going to, like he said, I think it's a 20 to 30 year project it's going to take. So yeah, I think oil is going to be around for a while until the clean energy can get going. So yeah, here it is. Here's his website, canaryusa.com. Let's go to his website. Let's see what we got here actually. Unleashing Energy since 1948. Let's view the website. Here it is. Unleashing the Energy. Join the team. They had a recent acquisition. Let's read more on that. Who do they... Oh, these are some of the acquisitions they had. All right, so I'm going to catch up here on some of the comments real quick. So let's go over that. All right. All right, we got 4Q's Adrenaline saying, call me crazy, but I took some movie stock gains, added 5K more MMTLP yesterday. I think that's a very good, I don't see how this can go bad. I mean, I'm not saying that this can't go bad, but I think there is less risk of it going down, but there is a huge more percent of potential going up. Kevin says there are many economists projecting oil will go over $140 per barrel of oil. That can't hurt sales estimate either. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. With the banks and you got other analysts covering this saying 100, 125, and $140, this is only going to help the sale of this asset. All right. Jo says, so we're going to end up with a stock. See, that we don't know. We could end up with cash. We can end up with a stock. But like I said, if you end up with a stock, you have the right to sell that stock. So keep that in mind as well. Stock ain't bad. It's not non-taxable event if you get a stock, I believe. Jeannie says $64 divvy. Yeah, that would be pretty amazing, Jeannie. Yes. Yeah, Chris, I mean, 2,000 and some special dividends, that would be, I mean, even like a $20 or $30 divvy, man, that would be huge. Stock Rich says, imagine being rich in less than 30 days. Yes. Gil says that the land was sold in June, the price of oil is now irrelevant. If the land was sold in June, they might have went by the prices in June, but I believe in that recent Metamaterials article, actually I think I probably have it here on my Twitter, where they announced go back here to my page, where they announced the special dividend. I got to go back and find it. Oh, here's another thing I needed to show you guys as well. This one's pretty amazing story. I got this here on my Twitter as well. We're going to come back to that, but I want to find this article where they talked about the dividend. All right. Yeah, so here it is. Meta provides the update on the Series A preferred stock dividend. We click on that. And because I think right now, in this article, it says that yeah, here it says, we're on this article here. They indicate the 4 wells must be drilled in the Oro Grande project to enable the company to hold the lease for sale or spin out. As part of the December update, the operations are well underway and the drilling is on track to completion later this month. The company believes upon completing these work of these 4 wells, Meta will be in compliance of all aspects of its lease obligations and the university lands. Completion of this work. So here it says completion of this work, the company believes, enables us to move the next steps of the spin-out process for these assets. The work includes, not limited to, the transfer of assets to Oilco Holdings, a newly formed subsidiary of Meta, ensuring Oilco Capital supports a spin-out, making any necessary filings with the SEC. And I do think it's a good thing that they're actually putting this in the hands of Oilco, because Oilco has a great management team. As we know, George said he's not an oil expert, so we don't want George being the one handling this. I think George has an expert team that is the one in Oilco going to be the ones doing the sale to make sure we get, the best price for our dividend. Here it says, given the scope of the work required to ensure we remain in compliance with these obligations and satisfy a range of regulatory requirements, the company is targeting a spin-out or disposition of oil and gas assets in the Q1 2022, pending process approvals by all parties involved. here it says the company's objective has been and remains to ensure the intrinsic value of these assets is maintained for the benefit of the Series A preferred stockholders of Meta, and that assets of the proceeds therefrom are transferred as rapidly as the possible of the Series A preferred stockholders. We expect to provide additional updates upon completion of the drilling operation. So there we go. All right. So yeah, I think we're just still waiting on this. I mean, honestly, we're waiting on the next update for this, but I don't know, man. It's just like so tough to really. I really hope Roller Pigeon's right. 29 to 46. That'd be a really exciting dividend. Now I do want to show you guys this. Let me go back here to my page. All right, so there's this little clip here too, man. I got a lot of great little clips I find. The Wolf of Wall Street posted this December 30th, so just 2 days ago, and I tagged Mmat and Palacaris. This is the stuff we are up against, and we got to listen to this story here, guys, to this gentleman, what he did to prove that the market is rigged. The market,
$1,000 worth of stock in Global Links. That got Simpson ownership of all 1.1 million Global Link shares in the market. Not.
Here we go. Let me get this back and bring this back to the beginning. All right, here we go, guys. You got to listen to this real quick. This is pretty phenomenal.
March 2005, the Senate Banking Committee confronted then SEC Chairman William Donaldson with a story about Frank DeBrookie's company, the Nevada-based real estate holding company Global Links. An investor named Robert Simpson had set out to prove that small companies were indeed frequent targets of abusive naked short sellers. Simpson placed an order for $5,000 worth of stock in Global Links. That got Simpson ownership of all 1.1 million Global Link shares in the market. Not some of them, all of them.
There were no shares available to be borrowed, and yet in 2 days there were over 50 million shares traded. That's clearly something that needs work.
I was absolutely blown away when I bought 1,282,050 shares, which equated to 111% of the issued and outstanding. I just couldn't even fathom that. So it wasn't just crooked, it was Wild West times 10.
So there you go, guys. That is pretty interesting right there. Even back then, the man bought, like, how could he even do that? That goes to show you that how can he even purchase more than the outstanding shares? But somehow he did with the naked short selling, even back here, I think it was 2003. Stockbridge, what are you saying? Can someone answer my question? Let me see if I can find your question here, man. All right, let's go back to some of the... I don't see your Stockbridge. Put your question up there again, Stockbridge. Here we go. Has the confidence change on the orographic basin from the 10% recoverable number used in the 2016 Torch article? That I don't know. That I'm not too familiar with. If it's that question there, I'll tag it. I think that's your question. I'll pin it so people can see it. That I'm not really sure. All right, so here we go. Tony says, George tweet, harm the price. Shares of increase. It's almost like if George sometimes tweets or they do a update on it. It seems like the shorts just want to pile in even more. That's exactly what it seems like to me. Just my personal opinion. All right, so what I wanted to do. All right, so I wanted to scroll down here on some stock twits and see what we got here on MMTLP, see what we got. All righty. And I have noticed there is a, thank you, Tony. Appreciate it, man. There is a lot of these bear accounts as of late. I don't know what it is. They've all came out of They've all came out of nowhere. I don't know what the deal is, but they literally came out of nowhere as of late. It's like they're just trying to get you to sell your stuff, but ain't no way. We ain't effing selling, that's for sure. 1697, just hope they're sorted out and they get deleted. Alright. You can trade it on Schwab, yes. And I do know you can buy it on Fidelity. New Chapter Energy. Yes, I did see some people talk about Danielle Fong here. Actually, let's go to her. Apparently, she's been pretty active here as of late as well. Let's go to her page. There we go. All right, she's been pretty active on the tweets and replies here, it seems. So let's see what she has going here up to date. Wow, that's pretty cool. This glass, wow. It's pretty neat. All right, let's see here. What else we got? And she's been very active. Here it is. The New Chapter Energy. What is this all about? The excitement is palpable. Happy New Year. About us. Founded in 2021. Who are we? New Chapter Energy. Seems like, yeah, she's been, Hey, thank you, The Law. Appreciate it, man. Terry Stonkers, you're the boy. Thank you, man. I just kind of wanted to get on here and show you guys some of the videos that I had. Yeah, like Hex, I mean, what are you saying? MMAT is dead, man. I mean, it's not dead. We're all currently down the position. We're here for the future. Dividends right around the corner, man. All right, what do we got here? Seeing if we got more stuff. Okay. All right, Jay Bridge, thank you for stopping, man. We're just here kind of just going over stuff. Let's go check under metamaterials here. I am probably going to get ready to about call to end to this live stream. I just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys and just kind of go over some of the videos I have and just kind of speculate on some stuff, especially that ConocoPhillips stuff, man. This one here, this whole dividend stuff here in the ConocoPhillips was very exciting. About the 3-tier dividend. I don't know if any of that's going to be possible, but that would be pretty exciting. So, Spider says, buy the dip. No, seriously, buy the dip. Yes, definitely. I have been adding to my position of MMAT, buying 100 shares here and there, just slowly getting my cost average down. So that's been kind of nice here as of late. AMC Bull says, I was under the impression they had until December 31st. Well, it was December 31st, but there was also that clause in there, or if they got an extension, and they got the extension. So that's why we got the extension there. Thank you, Aaron there, the Southern Pressure. Thank you for your hard work and great videos. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you guys joining on the live stream here. All right, guys, so I think that is pretty much going to be it for the live stream today. I do want to say thank you all very much. Didn't want to tie up too much of your day. Did about 45 minutes here. I think that's plenty enough. just wanted to go over some of the stuff and just kind of chat with some of you guys here in the stream. So I do appreciate it. So I don't know if I may come out with something later tonight. We'll see if I can dig up anything searching around, and we will go from there. So hope you all have a great day, and I'll see y'all guys in the next one.